So I'm making this video to show you how to fix your flag if it breaks during the summer while you're practicing or during the season. It's good to know for the future. So your top part comes down. You're going to want to remove, if you have a rubber stopper like this, you want to take that off first. If you have a plastic one, they're like skinnier, they're not as wide at the top here. You just want to leave the plastic one on and tape over it. But once again, if you have this rubber, take it off first. So what we use to tape our flag is white electrical tape. You can go to any hardware store and get some of it if you need more. Usually you should be able to reuse what you already have on the pole. So you can unwrap this from the pole, that's what I did here. You want to pull it back up to the top, and you want it about that far from the top. Like, is that like half an inch to an inch, somewhere in there. And you want to make sure your seams down here are lined up. You don't want it to be like twisted around, like your seam down here sticking out in the back and the one even up here. You want to make sure that they're pretty straight. If they are twisted, it's not the end of the world, but it's just not great. My cat is climbing the screen. So you want to pull it up until it's about there, and you only need about that much tape. Any more, it's kind of overkill. Any less, and it'll probably come untaped again. But so that's about probably like a foot is what you would need. So as you pull, electrical tape needs to be kind of pulled a little bit to be stickier. So as you're going around, if you just give it like a gentle pull so it's nice and tight, that'll make it sticky. You just want to wind it around and around, getting it on the pole, on the flag. Should look, sorry, I don't have much space on the porch here. Should look kind of like that when you're done. So if you can see here, I have got like half an inch of the flag covered with the tape, and then obviously the rest is on the pole to keep it there. Then you can just slap your stopper, which has birdseed on it, yum, back on top. And once again, if you have the plastic one, just leave the plastic one on and tape the flag on top of the plastic. You would want to tape it like about right here, so like that far up the pole or up the stopper. I think most of yours have the rubber, some might have the plastic. You always want to tape the top part first, bottom part second, and you want to make sure it's not too tight. Here, let me undo the bottom really quick. So see, if you want to fix it, you can just untape it. So you don't want to tape it up too far, because then you'll have all this loose space, and that's not good. It'll get caught in your hand. But you also don't want it like super tight where you can see the tension, because it's probably going to pull off of the top then at some point. It's just not going to stay taped as long. So you just want a little bit of give and take there. So see how I can kind of wiggle it a little bit, but it's not super tight? That's about good. Or even if it's just like where it naturally would fall, that's fine too. And again, I'm making sure my seams line up here and here. And then my tape just goes around the bottom. And like I said, I'm just kind of pulling it tight as I go around. There, that should be all set there. If your whole flag is off the pole and you're putting it back on, you want to make sure, I don't know if you can see the tail down here. You want to make sure this tail is on the bottom side. If it's the other way, the flag will just look kind of funny while it's spinning and it'll feel weird. But yeah, that's how to tape a flag. If you have any questions at all over the summer, please feel free to text me or comment here, or you can also message me through that.